position and sitting comfortably, okay, working however you feel is good for you today. All right, you know, if you prefer to be sitting up on a cushion or sitting up onto your heels today, that would be cool. All right, I'm going to do a couple of little moving stretches just to get the shoulders and the lower back going first of all. So we can just reach out from the waist. I'm going to take a nice big long stretch out into the side of the body. And then as I reach my arm forwards, I'm going to stroke the air, okay, as I come forwards. Taking the other arm over, nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, coming forwards, reaching along. And again, let's reach on over, stretching out from your waist. And then as we stretch over and across, reaching all the way along. And again, stretching out from the waist, reaching over and reaching all the way as far as you can in front of the body. And let's have two more of those. Reach it over, stretch it away. That stretch coming up into your lower back and your waist. One more time, deep breath in. As you breathe out, bringing it all of the way back round. And then working into a twist, looking over your shoulder, open up your palm. And just taking the head as far around as you can. Then bringing it back to the middle. And again, twisting, looking over your shoulder, taking your head around. And then bringing it back to the middle. And then just settling your hands down, shutting your eyes if you feel comfortable with doing that. And taking a nice long deep breath in through your nose. And slowly breathing out through your nose. And again, nice long deep breath in. And slowly breathing all the way back out. Take a long deep breath in. Breathing all the way back out. And then this time, take a long deep breath in. And gently lowering down your chin, holding on to your breath. And then raising your chin back up and slowly breathing all the way back out again. Take a long deep breath in. Holding on to your breath and drawing your chin down in towards your chest. And then raising your chin back up and breathing all the way back out again. Take a long deep breath in, going a little bit deeper into the lung space. Now reversing the pattern and breathing all the way back out. Keep breathing out, go right down to the bottom of your exhalation. Lower down your chin and holding your breath out. Raise your chin back up and breathing in. And one more time, breathing out. And breathing out as completely as you can. Go right to the bottom of your exhalation. Lowering down your chin and holding your breath out. Raising your chin back up and breathing in. And breathing out. Now I'd like you to take another couple of deep breaths in and out. And try and find that you have a new steadiness to the breathing, a new depth to the breath control, and you're feeling that you're drawing in a little bit more energy to your body. And if we could raise our arms up high to the ceiling, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let's take a little rotation with your upper body. Breathing in, bring it to the middle. Breathing out, taking a little rotation with your upper body. Breathing in, bring it back to the middle. And breathing out to lower down your hands. And just carefully lifting yourself up into your knees and uncurling your heels. And sitting back all the way upon them. And let's lift the chin and start to pull the body slowly up and along the ground. Lowering down your shoulders and lifting your chin up. Curling the toes. Sending your hips back and taking your head down through your arms. Drawing forwards into a plank. And then let's bend the knees and sitting all the way back down onto your heels. Breathing in, drawing your body up and along the ground. Breathing out, sending your hips back and your head down. Breathing in, draw forwards to a plank. And breathing out, bend your knees and sit back to your heels. Breathing in as you draw your body up and through. Breathing out, lengthening all the way up and along the back of your body. Breathing in, draw forwards to your plank. And breathing out, bending your knees and sitting back to your heels. Breathing in to pull your body up and through. Breathing out, lengthening away, head down, bottom up. Breathing in, draw forwards to a plank. And breathing out, bend your knees and gently sitting on back. Breathing in to pull your body out and rolling down the shoulders. Breathing out, putting your tummy up underneath you, easing the heels back. Breathing in as you draw forwards to your plank. Breathing out, bending your knees and sitting on back. One more time, breathing in to draw up. And this time, breathing out, send your hips back and stay in your down dog and walk your feet from one to the other. And just working the hips a little from side to side. Back, and we'll walk back the hands all the way back into the middle of your mat, and then slowly uncurl the body, rolling back the shoulders. Okay, now stepping towards the middle of your mat and bring your hands in towards your heart. Just going to come into a little balance. So I'm going to bring the right knee up, breathing in. As you open at the hip, breathing out. And we're pushing the leg away from the body. Breathing in, draw the knee back in towards you. And breathing out, lowering the knee back down. Breathing in, draw the knee up, open at the hip. Breathing out, carefully pressing the leg away from you. Breathing in, draw the knee in. Breathing out, lowering down your foot again. Breathing in, pick your knee up. Open at the hip a little, breathing out, push the leg away from you, then breathing in, drawing it up, breathing out, placing it back down. One more time, breathing in, open at the hip, and breathing out, pressing the leg away, breathing in, draw the knee in, and gently lower it back down. Step on up to the top of your mat. Let's take a breath in, raising both arms. As you breathe out, open your chest and fall forwards. Breathing in, right leg stepping all the way back behind you. And just coming up into your fingertips, if you can, lifting your chin. Breathing out, step back, hold into a plank. And then breathing in, draw down to your knees, belly and chest. Breathing out, coming to a gentle upward dog, elbows in, shoulders are down. Breathing in as you lower, curl the toes, engage the core. Breathing out, push to a strong plank. And back off into down dog. Breathing in, step your right foot through to the top of your mat, releasing your toes and lifting your chin. And breathing out, stepping your left foot softly up and folding. Breathing in, pull up through the belly, open your chest, gaze to your thumbs. And breathing out, hands back to your heart. Breathing in, raising both arms. Breathing out, open your body and fold forwards. Breathing in, left leg, stepping all of the way back, releasing the knee and lifting your chin. Breathing out, right leg, step on back and hold into a strong plank. Breathing in, come down to your knees, your belly and chest. Breathing out, gently rising up into that up dog. Just relax your hips a little, relax your buttocks. Breathing in to lower, curl the toes, engage the core. Breathing out as you push to plank and back off into a downward dog. Breathing in, left leg, stepping on up, lifting your chin, releasing your toes. Breathing out, right leg, stepping on up and folding. Breathe in, pull up through the belly, all the way back out to standing. And breathing out, hands back to your heart. Breathing in, raising both arms. Breathing out, open chest and fall forwards. Breathing in, step your right foot back behind you. Push down into your right hand and turn to the left. Just raising your left arm. Just again, bending that knee as well as you can here. It's coming a little bit lower into the knee. Outside of your foot, and let's step the feet together and hold into a plank. But then I'd like to draw us down onto our forearms to a forearm plank. So sliding back, elbows to the floor, but keep your legs up. Now gazing slightly ahead here. Take some deep breaths in through your nose, out through your nose, engaging with your core. Good. Now separating your feet a little, so about as wide as your mat. And then gently start to roll towards your right foot. And then lifting your left elbow and pulling up a little into your oblique muscles. Slowly bring it back round. Roll to the left elbow. Windscreen wiper the feet. And pull up with your right hand. Bring it all the way back. Now be careful with this next one. Have your hips nice and low, but just gently start to take your right hip over towards the floor. Again, windscreen wipering your feet, and then drawing back on up, and then going the other way, slowly rolling over to the left, hip almost touching down but not quite, and then bring it back to the middle. And let's gently lower ourselves back down to the ground again. Alright, so that's a bit warmer. Okay, let's take the right arm across the top of your mat, left fingers down to the floor. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, come on up a little onto the forearm. Be encouraged by your fingers to help you turn and looking over your shoulder. See if you can see your left foot today. But again, certainly don't force. You know, if it's there, but if it's not, it'll be there another day. Alright, gently bring it back. Swap it on over. Fingertips down towards the floor. Take a deep breath in, raising your arm up, raising your up onto your elbow, and then looking up over your shoulder. Around to the middle, hands in underneath your shoulders, breathing in as you come up into that upward facing dog, shoulders nice and relaxed, elbows tucked in. Take a couple of breaths in and out. Again, in. And as you breathe out, lower your body back down. Curl the toes, engage the core. Breathing in as you push up to a plank. And breathing out into your downward dog. Breathing in, step your right foot forwards. Lifting your chin and releasing your toes. Breathing out, taking your left foot forwards and stepping it through. Dropping your head into your knees. Breathing in, pull up through the belly. Let's raise our arms, look to your thumbs. Breathing out, hands back to your heart. Breathing and raising both arms. Breathing out, open your chest, fold on forwards. Breathing in, left leg, stepping back, step on your toes. Pushing down into your hand, turning to your right, looking up towards your right hand. And again, just being careful to bend through that front knee as well as you can. Now let's take the hand down to the outside of your foot. Slide your feet in together. Alright, now this time we're going to stay in our high plank. Now we're going to do two things. We're going to go to a salute and we're going to go to touching the lower back with your hand. So we're going to be removing one hand from the floor. So lock on your core. Again, have your feet about as wide as your mat. That will help. Now just taking one hand off the ground and salute. Take it back down. Go to the other hand and salute. And place it back down. Take one hand to your lower back. Hold it. Keep that body stable. Place it back down. Take your hand to your lower back, the other one. Hold it. Good. And place it back down. Go through that again. Come into a salute with your right hand. Good job. Place it back down. Salute with your left hand. Keep your hips stable. Place it back down. Taking your right hand to your lower back. Hold it. Place it back down. And left hand to lower back. Hold it. And place it back down. Carefully come down onto your knees. And relax it down. Okay. Alright, relax out your shoulders. We're going to go into that little half scorpion twist for the lower back. So this is quite a languid, kind of loose position to work into after that one. So if we take the right leg up, point the toe, bend the knee a little, go back and draw back down again. Now that leg, it may go to the floor, it may not. Toes may touch down, they may not. Let's just do a couple and just work with the movements. Breathing in, breathing out, let the toe go back. You may be able to keep the elbows on the floor. They may be coming off today. Alright, see if you can keep them down, that would be great. And it will just mean that we're twisting a little bit more from the lower body and keeping the upper body stable. Couple more. And back down. Good. One more. And then coming back down. Okay, now we can collect and hold on to the ankles. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, raising your upper body and opening your chest a little. Pointing your toes upwards towards the ceiling. Good. Take a couple of deep breaths. In through your nose. Out through your nose. And then releasing it all the way back down. Hands beneath your shoulders. Upward facing dog. Breathing in. And breathing out, lowering all the way back. Curl the toes, engage the core. Breathing in, pushing up to a plank. Breathing out into your downward dog. Breathing in, stepping your left foot forwards. Lifting your chin, releasing your toes. And breathing out, stepping your right foot forwards and folding. Breathing in, pull up through the belly, all the way back out to standing. Breathing out, hands back in towards your heart. Breathing in, raising both arms. Breathing out, open your chest and fall forwards. This time, breathing in, step your left foot back behind you and bring your right knee all the way up in towards your armpit. And then start to come on up, opening your chest, relaxing your shoulders into preparation of warrior one. Breathing in, turn both palms, breathing out. So you raise your arms. You could either look between your hands today, or you could bring your hands a little bit closer to either side of your head. Lowering a little bit deeper into that front knee. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, warrior two, opening up your back hip a little, tucking tailbone under, and come a little bit deeper into the knee if you can. Keep trying to open up the back hip a little bit, gazing along the center of your right hand. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, let's reverse. Looking up towards your upper thumb. Now either stay or start to straighten up the front leg and maybe lift your toes and arching it back a little further. And then release your foot back down. Cartwheeling your hands all the way back down to the floor. Turning the back knee, letting it down to the floor. And here we have our lizard. Okay, so hands on the inside, relax the shoulders, let that body ease down a little. Try not to force, okay, and just as you go in, notice how that feels. And you know, if you don't want to take it any further, that could be enough today. If you think you'd be able to go along onto the edge of your foot, taking your hand, your right hand underneath your right leg, and then lowering so your throat comes a bit closer towards your big toe. So squeezing the shoulders back together, raising your arms, and you can either look up between your hands, you can bring your hands together, you can start to draw it back if that felt good too. And then slowly draw it back down. Working just off that hip flexor, dig the heel in and draw the toes back. A little bit of a shift through the tailbone and press from the center of your chest downwards. Alright, carefully come back up. Bring your knees in together. And let's bring the hands around to the lower back. So going to come up into preparation of camel. Now some of you might be okay just to go straight back with your hands upon your lower back. Some of you might appreciate a little bit more working into this one, in which case if you breathe in, raising your right arm, breathing out, opening, following your hand back and coming down. Alright, so we could work with this one if you wish to. Breathing in, looking up to your fingers, breathing out, open the shoulder and go back. And by all means, do another couple of those if that would work for you today. Or your hands are to your lower back, or you're taking hold of your elbows, and you're opening your chest upwards towards the ceiling, offering the chest up. If it feels like a good day to do so, open the throat back as well. And then maybe reaching back for your ankles or for your heels, and taking a couple of breaths. And then tucking your chin back in, engaging with your core, coming slowly back on up, sliding the hands forwards again, curl the toes, pushing off into your downward dog, head down, bottom up. I'm going to offer up a balance for you today. So I'm going to slightly turn in my left heel, take the right leg up and bend the knee, pointing the toe backwards again, like we did when we were lying on the floor. Then from here, if you'd like to try, take your left hand back to your right foot. Stay looking backwards towards your back heel. And then place your hand back on the floor and lock down the big toe, the toe next to it, to the bone above your heel, and come forwards into a one-leg plank. Squeezing the knees together, engaging with the core, breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. Let's come back up into down dog split. Raise that leg up as high as you can. And now bring your right knee towards your right elbow and come into a floating plank. All about the planks today, for sure. Now let's bring that leg through to fallen triangle. So your foot's coming towards your left hand. Bring your left hand up to the ceiling. And again, let's really pull up through the waist here. Alright, bring your hand back down. Bring your right knee towards your right wrist and slide your left leg back. Okay, coming into pigeon. So if you would like to take your forehead down towards the floor today, by all means enjoy that hip opening for your glutes and your hips of that right leg. For the left leg to come up, just have a little look back, check that it's tucked in, bend the knee up, okay? And either hold the leg up and bring around those shoulders. If you're going further, bring the leg in, take hold of the big toe, and then loop your head underneath your arm, and then you can hold on. Or using a strap, okay, if you've got the strap handy today, you can do that. Taking it over the top into seated twist. So you can take through that right leg so it becomes straight again. Alright, if it feels a little bit too much, straighten out that bottom leg. Okay, makes a difference. Right arm coming in towards your left knee, hug your knee in, bring your body up to a nice tall seated position, and then gaze over your left shoulder. So going further, if you want to, you can take your elbow across into a half prayer, or you can go underneath the knee and find the fingers and encourage your body to go round a bit further. Gently release, untangling your body. Alright, now letting your legs go. Now I'm going to take down onto the floor and we're going to be working a little bit of an abdominal exercise I've been using in some of my functional fitness classes. Alright, so some of you will have done this before with me, okay? I'm going to quickly switch around so that you can see, because I'm going to do it from the side. So I'm going to have my right ankle up onto my left thigh and I'm flexing my foot. I've got both of my hands behind my head and then I'm going to drive away the left leg and then draw the leg back in. So as I take the leg away, breathing out and then breathing in. I'm drawing my knee as close in towards me as I can. Okay? So, settle into how you're getting through onto this position. Alright? As you draw in, breathing in. As you take that leg away, breathing out. You're straightening the leg. Breathing in, drawing in. So again, you're opening up into the hip stretch. Breathing out, using your abdominals as you extend the leg away. Breathing in through your nose, drawing Gently bring yourself back up to seated. And cross your legs underneath you. Hands to the floor. And either step or if you can, a light hop back. And just hold out into that downward dog there for a moment. Spreading out your fingers. Now let's step forwards with your right foot. But then draw your left knee down upon the ground. Coming into just a little half twist here. Breathing and raising your left arm. Take your elbow to the far side of your knee and lean forwards. Now that's enough for you today. Stay. If the hand goes to the floor quite easily, place it down. If you can lift up your back knee, either go to your toes or place your back heel down to the floor. And then today I'm going to work on the twist going back. So we're turning and looking back behind us. And if you would like to bind on this one, I'm going underneath my knee with my left hand, finding my right hand, but continuing to turn. So I'm looking back behind. Good. Now gently let your arms back out, hands either side of your foot. Lightly step your feet up together at the top of your mat and take a nice deep breath in. Come on all the way back up to standing. Breathing out, hands back in towards your heart. Good. Let's go straight to the other side. Deep breath in, raising both arms. As you breathe out, open your body and fold on forwards. Breathing in right foot, stepping back, and have your left knee up in towards your armpit. Be strong through that left leg as you come on up into preparation of Warrior One. Opening back with your shoulders, hips and ribs front facing. Breathing in, turn palms. And breathing out as you raise both arms, looking upwards towards your thumbs. That's it. And if it helps to have your arms separate, then do so. If that feels better today. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, Warrior Two. And opening up the back hip, tailbone tucking under, gazing along the centre of your left hand. Just really feel that the chest is opening back here. And deep breath in, breathing out, reaching into reverse, looking up towards your upper hand, stretching out back towards the wall behind you. If you can, straighten your front leg again. Maybe lift up your toes. And then replace the foot down, cartwheel the hands over, turning your back leg and letting your knee down upon the ground, opening up the front foot to a 45-degree angle, placing both of your hands to the inside of your foot and easing down, finding that stretch, coming all the way up into the top of your left hip, top of the hamstrings. And then if you want to go that little bit further, slide that foot across, pop it on its edge, so it's not turning over, it's not a half lotus, it's just on its edge. And we're lowering down. And let's bring the body back on up again. Work the foot open. Okay, so it's coming straight, knee in alignment with your ankle. And then back leg as far back behind you as you can go to. Hands coming upwards. You can look up towards your thumbs if you wish, or between your hands. We can start to open that back a little bit further if you wish to. And then gently drawing all of the way back, moving back onto that back knee, and just drawing back your toes, coming off those hip flexors just for a second or so. Alright, gently bring it back up, knees coming in together, Second time around here with camel. Alright, so if you want to go with your arm circles again, by all means. If you're happy to reach back and find the elbows or the lower back, please go ahead. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, start to open the chest upwards. Okay, and just again, only if it feels good. If you ever feel dizzy or it doesn't make you feel good, just don't take the head back. Alright, it doesn't suit everybody and that doesn't matter. Alright, it matters what feels good to you. Alright, those of you who are going back, are opening out, maybe reaching for the heels or the back of the legs, squeezing the shoulder blades a little bit further to back together. And then tucking your chin in, engaging with your core, coming back up and sliding the hands forwards. Spreading out your fingers, curl the toes, come up into your downward dog and lowering the heels back. So I'm going to work into the balance again, turning the right heel slightly in perhaps. That might help your balance. Left foot coming up, bending the knee, pointing the toe back, and then seeing if you can find your foot with your right hand. Placing your hand back down, knocking down the big toe and the toe next to it to the bone above your heel, and come forwards into your one leg plank. Couple of breaths there. Good. Alright, coming back on up and coming out into a down dog split. Taking that leg up as high as you can. And then bring through your left knee towards your left elbow into that floating plank. Now let's draw the leg through so it's coming up by the side of your hand. Heel going to the floor behind you, raising your right arm and looking up towards your hand in your fallen triangle. Left knee in towards your left wrist, sliding the back leg away. Okay, so again, if you wish to take your forehead down today, that would be lovely. Enjoy that stretch. If you're coming up at all, then just keeping that back leg tucked in a little, picking up the leg. Maybe we're reaching round, maybe we're taking it in a little further. Whatever would feel good for you today. Alright, now once we've been there, and you've taken a couple of breaths, let's bring the back leg around. And again, remember, if you wish to, re-straighten out that left knee, alright, and then you're drawing in your your left arm to your right knee, and then looking over your right shoulder. So again, we can go into a half prayer, or we can go into binding. It's left ankle onto your right thigh. And then we'll bring both of your hands back behind your head, opening your elbows. And as you extend your leg away from you, breathing out. As you draw your legs in towards you, as far in as you can to get that stretch into your hip. Breathing out, engaging the core, press the leg away. And breathing in, drawing the leg in. Breathing out, taking the leg away, point your toes. Breathing in, drawing the leg on in. And again, breathing out, engaging the core, press away. Breathing in, drawing the leg in. Again, breathing out, press out straight. And then breathing in as you draw back on in. Breathing out to take that leg out straight. Breathing in as you draw it on in. Two more. Breathing out. Breathing in to draw it on in. One more time. Breathing out. And breathing in. Alright, release your legs. Bring yourself back up and around to seated. Bring the legs to pull in underneath you. Hands down towards the floor. Either step or lightly take a hop back. Back off into your downward dog. Now stepping your left foot through. Taking your right knee halfway down. Coming up to a nice high kneel. Deep breath in, raising your right arm. And as you breathe out, bring the elbow to the far side of your knee, hands in prayer. Alright, so of course you can stay here, or you could try lifting up your back knee, either staying on the toes or putting the back heel down. We could try taking the hand down towards the floor, and then starting to turn, so you're looking back. And then if you'd like to try binding, going in underneath your knee, finding the fingers, and continuing with that journey going back, looking behind. And then letting your arms out, and stepping the feet together. And let's take a nice deep breath in, all the way back up. And breathing out, hands back in towards your heart. Okay, we're going to take a couple of balances from here. So rolling back the shoulders, standing up nice and tall, spreading out your toes. We're going to use your tree today, and then we're going to work on with your leg coming forwards and out to the side. Back in, maybe a twist if you can, and then lowering the leg down. If you don't want to go to full extension with the leg, keep your knee bent a little bit. That will be fine too, all right? Half of what you're doing here is being able to balance on the other leg, all right? So it's what the other leg's doing is important too. So let's step up with the right foot first of all, placing it just either above or below the knee. If you can take it up towards the top edge of your inside leg, then you could. And then maybe raising your arms up, if that feels good too, and right hand back behind the left. Okay, now taking down both of your arms, and then bringing the leg in. Okay, so you could hold the leg as we're doing, or take your first two fingers around your big toe. And remember, you can hang on to the wall if you want to, all right? You are in your own home, you can do that. We can straighten the leg a little bit, maybe. All right, now either taking the knee open, or the legs drawing open. Maybe a turn of direction with the gaze if you wish to. And then bringing it slowly back round. So either the bent knee, or you're using a straight leg, and you're swapping your hands over, taking your right hand back behind you. And if you'd like to try, turn your gaze and look towards your back hand. Slowly bring it back and release that leg down. All right, roll the shoulders back. Take a couple of deep breaths. Let's try the other leg. Picking up your left leg both of your arms down, turning, collecting the leg from underneath, or taking your first two fingers around your big toe, maybe taking that leg out a little. Let's take the leg, either with the knee open or taking the leg open. And maybe turning the gaze. And then moving back. And then swapping your hands over. Good. And maybe turning the gaze. Okay, now we've done quite a bit of twisting today, so I think it would be a good day today to try our sideways crow. All right, so we're going to come on down in your tiptoes like we always do, and I just want you to show me the right hand side of your leg. Okay, so we're just going to build this up a little bit because there's always another way to do something. Okay, so I'm going to take my left arm up nice and high, breathing in. And as I breathe out, I'm going to bring my elbow across and see how far it will go. Doing that again, breathing in, taking that arm back, and then breathing out and squeezing it in. All right. Now, when we take this position, if you would find it useful, you can press your right elbow against your right hip, because some people need just a little bit extra. All right. So if you want to try pressing your elbow in, the right elbow to your right hip, and then this arm that's gone over is gone right across, so that when you look down, you've got a parallel position with your hands. Now lifting your gaze and seeing if you can tip forwards, and then maybe tip the legs out to the side. All right, it's just having a little go. It's just trying to get as far over as you can. So that's why I was doing that big stretch over to really try and get to the far side. Okay? Maybe also have a go at taking your hands wider. Okay? Take them about as wide as your mat. Alright? See if that helps. So as you're looking forwards, you've got a bit more surface area. Okay? And maybe that helps to hook yourself around. Alright, because once you've got the experience of it, you can play around with it even more. Alright, but if you don't know where to start, sometimes, you know, we sort of give up a bit quick. Okay? We don't want to give up, we want to do everything. Okay, so we're going to have a go on the other side. So if you show me your left hip, I'm going to take that right arm up, deep breath in. As you breathe out, stretch it across. So you want to really feel the lats stretching as you bring your arm over. And we've done a lot of this today, so hopefully it's a good day to try this. And then from there, tucking it in, so the elbow goes to the side of your thigh. And remember, if you want to, left elbow can come in towards your left hip too. And then from there, looking forwards. That's the biggest deal here, is looking forwards. And then swinging the legs out to the side a little. Alright, like I say, if it would help, maybe try going a little bit wider, as wide as your mat, so that's going to be wider than your shoulders. And having another go. The more goes you get, the closer you get to doing it. Okay, come around to seated for me. Good. Did we get there today? Do we get a bit closer maybe? Okay. As long as it's just a bit closer, that will help. Alright, now I'm going to finish off with a seated Pilates spine stretch forwards. So this is going to be about releasing the back, but it's also about using the core and using your postural muscles to bring you back up to a tall seated position. If you need to sit up on a block, okay, or you want to sit up on a cushion, that might help, all right, so you're just a little bit higher. But if you can roll open the shoulders, let the arms come down by your side and let them do nothing. And as you draw your head forwards into a nod, breathing in, as you breathe out, rounding the spine, drawing the body forwards. So we're not hinging, we're rounding in, breathing in, and then breathing out. Pull up through your belly and try and feel the core lifting you back on up, and then the shoulders squeeze back together. Breathing in, nodding the chin. Breathing out as we peel the body forwards, diving the head in. Breathing in at the bottom, and then breathing out and pulling up through the belly, lifting, lifting, lifting. Shoulders open back, squeezing the shoulder blades, and you're opening up the collarbone. Breathing in, nodding the chin forwards. Breathing out, rounding the back, like you're peeling yourself away from the wall. Breathing in at the bottom, and then breathing out, engaging with the core, drawing up, lifting, opening, shoulder blades squeezing together. Again, breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out to peel the body forwards. Breathing in at the bottom. And then breathing out, pulling all of the way up. Lift, 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 lift. And open the shoulders at the top. Good. Okay. So we're just going to go a little bit wider. If you've got the space, you might need to go side on, especially if there's two of you. Okay. And we're just going to work the fingers a little bit further forwards, all right? So again, the idea here is not to hurt ourselves, okay? Working it in, and then maybe bending the elbows a little. All right, maybe coming a little bit lower, and just going into that straddle stretch. All right, if your chest is on the floor, reach out for the edges of your feet. All right, reach around the sides of your feet. All right, then gently bring yourself back on up. Moving the legs in together again. Bending up the knees. Going in and under, taking hold of the elbows. Rounding the back this time, drawing the head in. Drawing a little bit of a stretch into the lower back. And then holding on by your fingers underneath your knees and draw your body back a little bit more. across to the other side.